The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Glory to you. When Jesus saw the crowds, he went up the mountain, and after he had sat down, his disciples came to him. He began to teach them, saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the land. Blessed are they who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the clean of heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for the sake of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when they insult you and persecute you and utter every kind of evil against you falsely because of me. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward will be great in heaven. The Gospel of the Lord. Well, good evening, everybody. Muy buenas tardes a todos. What a great joy to gather here with our parish family on this beautiful solemnity where we remember all of the saints, our brothers and sisters in heaven. Have you ever wondered what heaven will be like? Ever thought about that question? You know, when all of this is over, God willing, in a long time from now, that we live long, happy lives, but when the end finally comes, what will heaven be like? It's a great question. And we ponder this question. What will it be like when the end finally comes? Amazingly, there are moments when people have died. They're on the surgery table, they're in the hospital, and sometimes when the body dies for minutes and the doctors are rushing to bring them back to life, and amazingly, some people come back. There's a consistent theme with those who have died and come back again. They report that in the end, they begin to see their loved ones. They will see parents, grandparents, husbands and wives, children, and amazingly, some have even reported children that had died in the womb for whatever reason. And they recognize them for somehow, some mysterious way. That those who have died and come back, they reveal that we see our loved ones. And why is that so critical as part of heaven? Because if you think about it, what is the whole point of our Christian faith? Just to come to Mass and be bored? Just to come to Mass to irritate you when you'd rather be watching sports on television? Or you'd rather be working to make more money, to get in your way? When you would rather relax on a Sunday than come to church? That's part of it, by the way. So we can hear long-winded homilies. Yes, right? But what is the point of all of this Christian thing? The quick answer, if someone were to ask you, say an atheist comes up to you and say, hey, you Catholic, I know you go to church. What's the whole point of Catholicism? What will you say if someone were to challenge you on your faith? The simple, easy answer is that all of this is all about, and here's the secret answer. Write it down, memorize it, tattoo it on your brain. All of this is about union with God. There it is. Period. Amen. That is, if I ever ask you that question randomly on the street, if I see you at Costco and I say, hey, I recognize you from church, what is the point of Catholicism? And I'll test you, especially the confirmation kids. Remember this. I'm going to test you when we have our interview, by the way. So remember this test question. What is the point of the Catholic Church? The point of Jesus Christ? Union with God. That's what all of this is about. Beautifully, Jesus in the gospel today, he gives us the famous, what's called the Beatitudes. The Beatitudes is the road map to union with God. It begins with, when Jesus saw the crowds, he went up the mountain. Now, let me ask you another question. Because the first century Jew who heard that detail, that Jesus went up the mountain to encounter God, can you remember another pivotal figure in the Old Testament who went up the mountain to encounter God? Somebody said it. Moses. Remember in Exodus chapter 10, Moses goes up the Mount Sinai. He encounters God, and God gives him the 10 Commandments. It is the moral code by which we are called to live our lives. And so now Jesus, when it says here that he goes up the mountain after he had sat down, and he began to teach them, and he lays it out. He said, blessed are the poor in spirit. Blessed are those who mourn. Blessed are the meek. And he gives us the prescription of how to achieve. Here's the key word. Happiness. Because the word blessed here, another in Latin is beatitudo. And another way to translate that Latin word is happy. You see, every single one of us in this church wants to be happy. Every single one of us do. And we're all trying to figure out ways of how to be happy. And because the world tells us many different things of what it means to be happy. And then Jesus here, he lays it out. It says, you, listen. You want to be happy? All right. Happy are those who are poor. Isn't that strange? What are you talking about, Jesus? I need money to be happy. No. Happy are those who mourn. Happy are the meek. Happy are the hungry. Happy are the merciful. Happy are the clean of heart. Happy are the peacemakers. You see, the reason why, and all of this path here of what Christ lays out in order for us to achieve this happiness, do you see how directly contrary it is to the roadmap of what the world tells us? It is diametrically opposed. In order to be truly happy, Christ is revealing the truth to us. And the saints on whom we honor today, our brothers and sisters who were like us, they point higher and say, strive for heaven. Live the Beatitudes. Live the faith to its fullness. This is where true happiness is found. The people who have died and have come back to life again, notice they never report and say, when I was dead and I went to heaven, you know what greeted me there? My boat. Oh, you know what was in heaven waiting for me? My car. My beautiful house was waiting for me there. Oh, you know what greeted me in heaven? My beautiful body. My beautiful face. My beautiful dress. My muscles were greeting me in heaven. All of those silly things that we waste our time outside of God with. Oh, we weren't made for those things. We are St. Mary's Parish, amen? We are sons and daughters of God, amen? We are made for heaven, amen? Be like the saints. That is why we're all here. Because the saints have made it to be in union with God.